Hey there, Gamma Ladians. Welcome to this week's GammaCast. We're doing it on Tuesday this time, and if you hear any construction noise, I apologize. There's a lot of construction going on today for some reason. I guess perpetually, always in this area. So, for DC, let's dive right in. We got DC Pride #1. There's some awesome stories in here. I think Nicole Maines from the Supergirl TV show is actually writing her character, Dreamer, in one of the stories. It's pretty awesome. There's also like some cool characters that we haven't seen in a while, and some great amazing writers. Like, I can't wait to read a Midnighter story by Steve Orlando. He's always good at writing Midnighter. And we also have Batman the Detective #3, Tom Taylor's Batman story. It was called The Dark Knight and Solicits, but they should change it to The Detective. I read the first issue. I like where it's going. I'm very curious to see what the conclusion will be. It's like, the art is amazing. Kubert is awesome. So you should pick this up as well. And we have Challenge of the Super Sons. DC has aged up John, but people love Kid John and love Kid John having adventures with Damian. And this is a compilation of all the digital first issues they released late last year. It was awesome. Peter Tomasi has such a great handle on these characters, and he was behind the Superman comics during Rebirth, and he did some of the Super Sons, so it's great. Check that out. Now for Marvel, we have Squadron Savage. It looks pretty cool. I don't know much about it. Elektra is in it. Some sort of Wasp. Punisher. It's a variant cover. Pick this up if you're into these sorts of characters. Is this Cloak? Yeah, it's Cloak. We have Web of Spider-Man. So, from what I understand, this is a weird tie-in with the new Disney California Avengers Campus ride that just opened. We have Kevin Shinick writing the comic, who writes the Spider-Man cartoon show that's out right now, Marvel Spider-Man. It's weird as hell to see this sort of tie-in, but if I heard the ride is pretty cool. Tom Holland recorded some stuff for it, and there's some really cool effects that they do for the rides, and cool stuff you can buy for it. So if you're into that sort of thing, you should pick this up, see maybe the story behind the ride. And we also have Chip Zdarsky's Spider's Shadow. I've been hearing amazing things about this. This is an awesome story. Sam really likes it. Tim really likes it. You should pick this up if you want to see what happens if Spider-Man kept the black suit. I think that's the story. Awesome. Now for indie stuff, we have Jeff Johns and Gary Frank, an amazing combination on their own original work, Geiger. So Jeff Johns recently sort of stepped down from his position in DC, and he has his own publishing company now called Mad Ghost, or own imprint. And this is one of their first stories. I've heard it's pretty cool. It's Gary Frank, so the art will be awesome nonetheless. We also have a Magic the Gathering book. This is Magic #3. If you're into Magic the Gathering, you should pick this up. If you're not, then you should pick it up anyway, because the cards are worth so much. So maybe you can look into what the cards are all about and what the game is all about. And the game is super fun. I played it once. And for some key collector's issues, I would recommend you pick up Fantastic Four. This is a Dynamic Forces signed by Jonathan Hickman. This is Fantastic Four number 586. Countdown to Causality. It's pretty cool. Jonathan Hickman's awesome. And if you want something signed by him, you should pick this up. It's pretty good for what it is. We also have a King in Black tie-in, Symbiote Spider-Man, signed by Peter David. This is awesome. Peter David's amazing. He's been in the industry for a long time, and the King in Black stuff is really cool. We also have Legends of the Dark Claw, the Amalgam comic. I know Amalgam stuff is pretty hard to get your hands on nowadays, and I think the story with Dark Claw is hilarious because, I don't know, the amount of effort they did to combine Wolverine and Batman stories is kind of weird. And Larry Hama is pretty cool. He's a good writer. He's written some good stories. This is not his best story, but it's a fun story nonetheless. Now, let's see the trades this week. We got Tales from the Dark Multiverse #2. These are some amazing stories of what happens if monumental events in the DC universe went another way, a darker way, like alternate events through Hush. Like, what if Hush won in Batman Hush? Or like, what if Flashpoint went Ori, or Crisis went Ori? We also have like, what if Dark Knight's Metal went Ori? This is pretty cool. Some of the stories are awesome, and some of them I haven't read yet, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, you should pick this up because the art is awesome, stories are cool, and it's nice to revisit these sorts of like monumental events in the DC universe through a different lens. It's a cool refresher, and it ties into like what's happening right now with Infinite Frontier, kind of. We also have Godzilla, Unnatural Disasters. This is pretty cool because, like, when I imagine Godzilla in a comic, I would think, well, how are you gonna write dialogue? And he doesn't have any dialogue. There's pages and pages of this book, which Godzilla doesn't even talk. So, yeah, it's weird. We also have Incredible Hulk, trade Man or Monster, originally by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. It's pretty awesome. You should pick this up. It's all the original like stories, like up from Incredible Hulk #1, and some of the tie-ins in Fantastic Four and Avengers. Now that's all for this week. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Gamma off.